In the heart of revolutionary Mexico, a legend rose from the dust. His name was Emiliano Zapata, El Caudillo del Sur, the leader of the South. He fought for the voiceless, the landless, for a dream called Tierra y Libertad, land and liberty. But his story is shrouded in mystery. Was his death a tragic accident or a cold-blooded assassination? The humid Morelos air clung heavy, thick with the scent of sugarcane and the unspoken tension that had simmered for years. Emiliano Zapata, a man forged from the sun-baked earth and the steely resolve of revolution, surveyed his troops. Their faces, etched with hardship and a fierce glint of defiance, mirrored his own. Zapata, El Caudillo del Sur, the leader of the South, was a living legend, a symbol of agrarian rebellion against the iron grip of the Porfirio Diaz dictatorship. Born in 1879, in the quaint village of Ananequilco, Morelos, Zapata's idyllic childhood was shattered by the encroaching haciendas, large estates. The Diaz regime, in a ruthless quest for modernization, had empowered wealthy landowners, stripping indigenous communities of their ancestral lands. Zapata witnessed the despair firsthand. His own family, though not dirt-poor peasants, had felt the sting of land grabs. Fueled by a righteous anger, Zapata emerged as a natural leader. He joined the village council and, in 1909, became president of the Board of Defense. His mission: reclaim the stolen land. Leading nonviolent protests proved futile. The hacienda owners, backed by a corrupt government, wielded their power with impunity. Frustration morphed into a burning desire for justice. In 1910, Francisco I. Madero, a wealthy landowner turned revolutionary, sparked a national uprising against Diaz. Zapata, recognizing a kindred spirit, pledged his support. Zapata's guerrilla tactics, honed through years of local skirmishes, proved instrumental in Madero's early victories. He led the legendary Ejército Libertador del Sur, Southern Liberation Army, a ragtag band of farmers and peasants armed with machetes, rifles, and an unwavering belief in Tierra y Libertad, land and liberty. However, Madero's revolution, like a flickering candle, soon sputtered. Once in power, he proved reluctant to implement the sweeping land reforms Zapata craved. Disillusioned, Zapata refused to disarm. He famously declared, in his Plan de Ayala, "The land belongs to those who work it." This defiance marked the beginning of a bloody civil war. On the other side of the battlefield stood General Victoriano Huerta, a ruthless military strongman who had orchestrated a coup against Madero in 1913. Huerta, backed by the American ambassador Henry Lane Wilson, became a brutal dictator. Zapata, alongside Pancho Villa, another revolutionary leader, vehemently opposed Huerta's regime. Their combined forces, though lacking in resources, proved surprisingly resilient. The tide began to turn in 1914 when the United States, under pressure from public opinion, withdrew its support for Huerta. Forced to flee, Huerta left a trail of blood and a nation in chaos. With Huerta gone, a power struggle erupted among the various revolutionary factions. Venustiano Carranza, a wealthy landowner with a thirst for power, emerged as the leader recognized by the United States. However, Carranza, much like Madero, had little interest in genuine land reform. This placed him at odds with Zapata. The simmering tension exploded in 1916. Carranza, desperate to eliminate Zapata's influence, hatched a plot. Colonel Jesus Guajardo, a Zapata loyalist, was secretly approached by Carranza's agents. Guajardo, tempted by promises of wealth and power, agreed to betray Zapata. The trap was set in Chinameca, a small town in Morelos. On April 10, 1919, a messenger arrived at Zapata's camp, bearing a letter from Guajardo, supposedly detailing a potential weapons cache. Zapata, ever the pragmatist, decided to investigate. He rode into Chinameca with a small escort, unaware that Guajardo's men awaited him in a pre-designated ambush point. The official story is a blur of gunfire and chaos. Zapata, they claim, was gunned down in a hail of bullets. However, a closer examination reveals inconsistencies that raise a troubling question. Was Zapata's death a genuine battle casualty or a meticulously planned assassination? Firstly, the location of the ambush is suspect. Guajardo claimed the weapons cache was hidden in a nearby hacienda. However, the hacienda owner, a known Carranza sympathizer, later denied this. Secondly, the timing seems too convenient. Zapata, known for his cunning, rarely ventured alone into enemy territory. The messenger's arrival, perfectly timed to lure Zapata, reeks of manipulation. Most importantly, the nature of Zapata's wounds casts serious doubt. According to some accounts, Zapata was shot in the back.